Hello everybody, here we are in Photoshop and I'm going to show you how to bring an image into Photoshop, play around with it a little bit and save it so that you can put it into InDesign, place it in InDesign. So what we're going to do is open, and you're going to look for your image that you probably sent to yourself from your phone, so it's on your computer now. I'm going to open my image. And when we come in, right away we're at the cropping tool. Here's the cropping tool. And if you prefer not to crop it, you can just go click off of that. But it's always good to crop a little bit because I have excess here. And if you don't need that, it's going to reduce your file size. So I'm going to crop this image. Now, this image, actually, I'm going to be tracing some of the utensils in InDesign with the pen tool. So I'm not really going to be using this entire image as it is per se. But you see how these lines are here on your cropper tool? Remember the rule of thirds? So if you're cropping it, this is actually a nice guide to show you that your focal point should really be in these, right here at the cross of the junction of these lines, right here, 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 and here. That's where a good focal point would be, not necessarily right in the middle. So that's kind of handy that Photoshop lets you do that. So now I hovered over here, pulled it to where I wanted it to be. I'm going to double click, and that means it's cropped. Next, I'm going to show you how to change the brightness and contrast. But first, I am going into the mode, and I'm changing this to grayscale. So either you want to change it to CMYK, because that is what you want for print, or RGB color, which is good for web, or grayscale, because I want my zine to be in grayscale. So I'm putting it in grayscale. Because if it's going to be photocopied, I want it to be grayscale. Changed it to grayscale. Now I'm going to go into the image and I'm going to do adjustments, brightness and contrast. Lots of other things you can do. We'll talk about those later. This will, I take the slider and I go up and I watch the photo as I do it. And that's the brightness. Then I go to contrast. It just really makes the whole photo sort of come alive, I think, when you do this. And also when you're photocopying or something, if you have more contrast, the photocopier will pick it up a little better. So I'm going to click OK. Last thing I'm going to show you is to go into your image size. We're going to go under Image. We're going to go to Image Size, and we're going to talk about the resolution. So the resolution means the quality of the image. 72 dpi is for web. If you want your photo only to be going on the web, 72 dpi is just fine. And then actually your image size should be more like your dimensions could be, your image size could probably be under like 2 megabytes if you want to put this right up on the web. But what I'm going to be doing is, this is for print, so I want the good quality for print, so I'm going to be doing 300 dpi. And then I notice up here, when I put resolution in for 300 dpi, pixels per inch, it turns into 81 megabytes, where it was 4 megabytes. So I don't need a 25-inch photo, no way. I only need a 3-inch photo. So I'm going to put that in. This constrains it here. So my height is constrained. Now it's only 1.13 megabytes. So I could go up to, let's put it 7. No, that's too much. 5, 3 megabytes. I could even make it bigger than 5 width. If I go past that 4.69 megabytes, it's going to be it's going to lose quality if you make it larger than that. But I'm going to stick with 3 because that's all I need. 3.5. Okay, I stick with that. You see how this, I already said that because this is linked, these two, if you put measurement here, it will give you the coordinating measurement there. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to File, Save As, save it as a JPEG. I'm going to rename it Save As because I don't want to save over my photo because I might want to bring that original photo back in and do something different to it. So I'm going to save it as Cutlery for Zine. And you're going to save it on the hard drive, probably in OneDrive. And I'm going to save it back in my zine project. Create a folder for your zine project and label it with your name actually. Let's just replace it. Okay, there we go. So now I'm ready to go for bringing that into InDesign.